What's up, guys? This is Sean McCoy from Sean McCoy Photography, and today I want to talk to you about the microphones and my journey with microphones that I've done and gone through as a documentary filmmaker. So when I started out with microphones, I literally didn't know anything. I started out getting the Nikon ME-W1, which is a wireless microphone that really wasn't much better than what the audio was captured from my camera, but basically allowed me to do that by just clipping it on. So the first 3 months that I started actually doing video, I used those microphones. Would not really recommend for any sort of professional project because the quality is just sort of garbled. I'll show an example here and you can sort of hear exactly what I'm talking about.
Winning an award from WeWork, quite frankly, would be a dream for dream wakers.
It sounds like it's basically coming out of the camera. There's a lot of noise, the quality of the sound isn't very high, and of course I was filming out of the audio input within the camera, so there's that. My second real microphone that I started to invest into was the Rode NTG4 Plus. I would say that this microphone, if you're just getting out with boom mics or shotgun mics, the NGT4 Plus is a affordable option. It comes in at like $399, and with that, it's phantom powered, so you don't need. It doesn't need to be connected to a power source, doesn't need to be connected to anything for it to work, it just goes. With the Rode NTG4 Plus, that's when I started to use a Zoom H6, which if you're unfamiliar with the Zoom H6, basically when you're recording audio, you want something that's a little bit better than what's in your camera. And the Zoom H6 is an audio processor and it allows up to 4 different XLR ports so you can record nice, clean audio that you would then sync later up to your video. The audio in my projects was significantly better. Scratch audio was something that could be designed in and of itself. It reframed how I looked at sound in videos because the capabilities of the microphone were just so much better.
I've always thought of stories as the emotional side of information. Information is so important in understanding our world, but
if you've ever worked with a shotgun microphone, you know that it's limited, especially if you're doing any type of documentary work. It's really great if you're right here, if you're this close. If I'm speaking in my microphone and I'm this close, my audio is going to be crystal clear. But you don't always have that as an option, especially when you're shooting documentary and things are on the go and you're running through a cityscape. You want to make sure that you're able to get nice, clean audio. I upgraded to the Sennheiser MKH lavalier microphone. That's what this looks like. This is the piece that you plug into, the XLR port that you plug into either your camera or the Zoom H6. This is the microphone itself. And when you buy the microphone, it comes with 4 different little heads that you can put on it. I relied heavily on the lavalier microphones when I started doing more candid work, especially when people were up and moving and I had to be a considerable distance away. But overall, I think the opportunity when working with the Sennheiser MKH opened a lot of different choices for where I could put my camera, where I could be, and how, especially in the documentary work that I was trying to do, how far away I could be, which was really important to the work. It's good to not have to be right in front of your subject with a big bulky camera, but rather to be stationed a little back and just let the person feel like they can speak freely.
A lot of people don't make it back. But when you're able to get back and get in line, I just think it's imperative that you teach others how not to, or give them that sense of hope and encouragement when they're going through difficult times. Because, I mean, what is it? I mean, why do we go through things if not to share?
I think the Sennheiser MKH gets the job done. I don't think it's the greatest at recording audio and isolating noise, especially if you put the mic pack close to somebody who has a cell phone. Oftentimes you'll get this really weird ringing, hissing, cutting in and out. So definitely have to make sure that whoever you're interviewing does not have a cell phone anywhere on them. Which of course brings me to the microphone that I'm working on right now, and I love. It's a workhorse of a shotgun microphone, but it is the Sennheiser MK416, MKH416. The audio quality in this shotgun microphone is exponentially better than the Rode NTG4 Plus. It makes sense because this microphone is 3 times as expensive. However, you can really hear that there's so much more bass and so much more preserved within that sharp cylinder of sound that it captures. It's just so much more specific, it's so much more resonant, and it's really effective at a different range. One of the limitations of the Rode MTG4 Plus is that when you're 2 feet away, you really struggle to get clean sound. You start to hear reverb, you start to hear noise. It's not really great at filtering out those different sounds. But the Sennheiser MKH416 is a beast.
The value of a watch is not in being able to tell how much time has passed, but in being aware of the need to make that time count.
And what's great with shooting with the URSA Mini Pro G2 is that you have 2 XLR ports, so I can hook simultaneously my Sennheiser MKH416 and mount it to my camera, and also get my Sennheiser MKE on the second channel and record on the go. If you're looking for really high quality sound on what I think is eventually a great investment because you're gonna be spending this much money anyway, get the Sennheiser MKH416. I think it's $1,000 on the market, but it is definitely worth it. Especially having gone through all these other microphones and spending probably just as much money, this instantly improves the quality of my project. So that's gonna wrap it up for this video. And thank you so much for watching. If this video was valuable at all, just leave a like, comment, and a subscribe if you're interested in seeing more content like this or any more of my projects. Thank you so much. Cue the sound thing. Boom.
I am a microphone, and there's a reason that my voice sounds resonant. It's because I have a sinus infection. And if I have a sinus infection, then I can only imagine what my voice will sound like. Here is a voiceover of the MKH416 Sennheiser microphone.
I've got too much time on my hand.